right. I mean, I think I also want to do something for us today. So currently, we have a very great situation, and I must state it the way it is. It's a great situation. Our weather has been so great, and again, let me start by saying welcome, guys. Guys, the attention you need. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good maybe night, wherever it is you're watching us. I want to appreciate you for joining and being a part of this discussion. My name is David, and I am your host here, Beat Chase Showroom. Beat Chase on YouTube, Beat Chase here on HiChat, and yes, of course, Beat Chase on FameEX, where we currently have our trades going on. Several big ups I'm going to be giving you updates on. I really do hope we could do 2 hours today, but guys, guess what? I don't think so, because we are using a makeshift energy now. Why? Because it's really cloudy. Now we live in a tropical region. This is my live stream going out from West Africa, Nigeria, and it's really raining. So that's the current scenario, and I needed to align with us on this, so we can, kind of be on the same page and understand what is really going on right here. Again, I must appreciate us for joining. All we are doing. I really appreciate those who have been a part of these live sessions, those who've been signing up, those who've been streaming, those who've been chatting, right? If you're on YouTube, please drop your greetings. Let's see everywhere going up with the necessary energy that is expected of us right now. Tell a friend, we are really live right now. Might stay for long. This is very important. Why? Because it's where you connect with people have important that relates to Web3. I'm going to be sharing with us the weekly forecast the previous week. Of course, I would expect us to drop our thoughts, our fears, our concerns, whatever it is that we are having. Okay? So drop your greetings. Let's have a greeting. Come on. Live. Let's all kind of enjoy the reason why we're here and make the very yeah, let's make the most of why we're here. I'm gonna probably appreciate that. I'm going to the live room. I'm also gonna be trying to share this. We literally started late because of this. I was in fact speculating we might not be able to do the live session now. But again, I think it's still all great and good that we are having the live session all the same. Because we'll eventually be able to again get this live stream up. We all can discuss. As at today and as at this current time where we're giving this stream or this live session is going up, the Bitcoin market price slightly below 65k. The same thing is applicable to gold, which is currently trading at $4,086, Ethereum at $1,951. And I'm going to be giving us the highlights of the market, and of course the important thing. Several things happened over the weekend. Guess what? Ethereum really rose and went over the board and traded close to the $2,000 per ETH or per Ether price mark. Several updates I'm going to be talking about, trust me. And I mean, again, I think there is just the reason for us to ideate, discuss, and of course evolve into the subject of our discussion. So while I'm trying to share this across board, I'm going to be appreciating us also doing the same, sharing this across board on every place where we have some of our community. In so doing, we'll do a great job of ensuring everyone gets to be informed, all right, about what it is that is really being discussed here that really is going to be benefiting everybody. All right, I mean, this is a good way to really get us started on why we are here. Yeah, So I have folks asking me, can I trade and withdraw my profits from the bonus given by FameEX? The answer is yes. Yes, so sorry for just responding. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much where it is. You know, kind of going to ensure that I tried getting much more of our people, our folks, to someone entered my DM on Telegram right now and is dropping some very funny opportunity to earn, which I know it's mostly all lies. I know, right? And I'm not moved, so I'm not excited about that at all. So, and I think you should be very more careful because during this bear market, a lot of scams are out there looking out for how they can take advantage of whatever it is that you're earning, because the market is brutal and so are these people. They don't care, they don't give any concern whatsoever about, you know, their interest is about themselves and themselves. All right, I don't know if you got that. So it's about I, myself, and I. And I think it's sort of very, very important for me to just sort of state this, that in the course of this bearish market that is being wrapped up, don't forget we have just few days left. I mean, that's my honest belief. You need to be very more careful. This is the time you need to be very much more disciplined and much more risk averse. Okay. Guys, sometimes you just ask yourself what is really going on around me, and you're trying to make some things work, and maybe for some reasons you're working maybe the way you want them to work. It's okay. Just take your time and breathe, and reprise stuffs in, and then reorient yourself towards the direction of that opportunity you are gunning for. Now, enough of talking about general stuffs. I think I want us to zone down. I have begun to share the subject of our live session going on right here, and I also want to see how we could bring people to also try to join us on HiChat, because I think that's it. I mean, I know a lot of folks are really right there with me on HiChat. Hello, Luna. ETA looks really strong today. 2K feels pretty close now. Of course, no one needs to be told that. Hello, Serafina. I'm saying hello to you all. This has been quiet while it has actually been interesting. Of course, you all know we began. Hello, Lisa. So you all know that we began our analysis in this platform with Ethereum, of course. But again, that's because when Shiba move like a follows, meaning once Bitcoin moves, when Bitcoin moves, Ethereum and other altcoins, they really do follow. And I think we shouldn't see it as something out of place, right? But yeah, it's kind of great to be on the right side of the market liquidity, because after all, that's all that really matters, and that guarantees profitability. That's what guarantees profitability in the grand scheme of things. Again, I mean, I shouldn't be telling y'all that there is a almost 400 USDT trial bonus or trial fund for you just by signing up on FameEX. The link is around this video. You could always see it on Nightbot right in our YouTube live stream, and you always have it dropped automatically on the FameEX customer by the FameEX customer support within the FameEX chat. So I mean, I think that's basically the truth about this, right? And I mean, I think it's kind of necessary everyone knows that. By the way, the communications that we had on our live stream last time, I just couldn't find them, but I'm going to be trying to drop in them way more so nobody misses out on what it is that I am dropping here for them. Okay, now since that is done and we've shared this across board, and we are really making some great level of kind of progress, in a sense, I think we need to go with our discussion now, just face the reality of what it is we want to discuss, right? I think that's pretty important, and so no one misses out of what it is that we'll want y'all to take advantage of. Okay. So nobody misses out. I'm dropping the link also manually beyond the bot, dropping that so everyone gets to sign up and also trade on FameEX. Okay, fine. Now that we have a little bit of clarity on that, would you guys mind? Okay, I think we're gonna probably change our sound tomorrow, not today. Would you guys mind me essentially, you know, sharing with you on the market analysis that we have for the week? And of course, in this our macro overview of the market, you understand. All right, got a notification. I just have to check that I'm on the same. So with our macro analysis, you understand that we are looking not just at one particular asset. We look holistically, beginning from the DXY, the dollar index. This is not the chart we are on. We look at the dollar index. We look at several other assets, which includes gold, the US oil, apparently because there is still the ongoing tension or geopolitical or global tension that is affecting energy, as again seen in the ongoing war between the United States of America and Iran, the Islamic Republic of Iran. So I think we needed to see those key assets as a way for us to understand that there is really so much in stake for us just by, again, simply getting involved, again, simply, what's the word? Getting informed about what we think the whole idea of the market's gonna probably be like. I don't know what y'all think about this week. The monthly candle for the month of July up until now, as y'all can see, seems strong, relatively strong. As it stands till now, you could tell the market is really pushing to the upsides, and apparently indeed it is pushing. And so there is almost no way we're going to probably say this is what we think the market is going to probably do, other than analyzing the market and of course understanding the strength of the dollar, seeing if we've got some real-time market news that we should look out for, and if there is the possibility of volatility shaping the exact trajectory the market is going to probably be taking. Because I tell you, all of those have a very important role they play when it comes to the pricings of this market. Again, after we do this general analysis, which is we're looking in a macro sense into every of these key information, then trust me, we are going to also read some market news for us, because several things that has happened over the weekend. I mean, y'all know about BitMEX as the exchange that literally halted operations over the past few days or maybe a couple of weeks. But again, I think there is still one more, and of course way more, that a lot of us are not aware of, not just crypto exchanges now, but again several crypto startups that are really winding down operations. And why is that, and how is all of this happening all of a sudden? What's the reason? What's the lessons that we can understand for this? Are we still going to have a bull market, or we are already at a dead end? All of these questions, trust me, will be answered in the course of this live session. And I really do hope you're going to probably be sticking around the next couple of 40 minutes or 50. We're going to probably be spending it, because we are on a makeshift energy, like I said. I mean, just keep us in prayers. I'm sorry, but then that's how I can really say it. We have so much electricity that we have to be using makeshift electricity. So let me just put it the way it is and say it here, so anyone who cares to listen or maybe help, I use a solar power. Because it's raining, we have to go through a generating set to ensure we have power. So this is unfortunately the situation of how we get to go buy energy on the side of the world, and it's the truth. So I mean, there's just no way we can actually say this other than the way we're saying it. So please bear with us with the little ups and downs that we sometimes could have, and going to check and ensure everything is going smooth. I think that's it. So today's focus is going to be like on gold, on US oil, on the DXY, Bitcoin, and of course, if we can look at general, Forex outlooks. What are the news we've got from the United States of America? What again should we pay attention to? I think we should begin with markets, and of course, look purely at the market chart. And of course, like we always chant here, the chart is the art of the market. We look at the chart, and then we know where the market is really, driving at, where it's headed for, and what we've got for this point in time. All right. So if we go by the standard of this particular chart, which is this historic chart that we always have, I want to believe everyone can hear me, please. If I'm going too fast, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section. Be quick to let me know and call my attention. Share with me why you want me to. Feels like money might finally be rotating into alt, maybe, because that's literally what precedes the major move in a bearish market. Closure at the point where the bearish market is closing, it's altcoin that really makes the most move, right? I think apparently we know this is what this is all about, and as such, it's best for us to begin to reposition around that. So there are several market news I'm going to probably point our attention to. I would love for us to just sort of stay with us as we kind of look at things from this end. All right, so you can see that I've marked these 2 points for a long time, that we might just have a real bounce back up, very much great up, the market bounce back up, and then this is the point I know that we should be finally done with everything called bear market, should in case the market gets there, because that's another place where we sometimes miss it. We think it's a must, the market gets to a point, but then there is more likely the market gets there. I'm not going to go into all of those stories. I'm just going to say you stick around, because again, I think that was last week, taking time to detail the reason and the rationale behind how I think we're going to probably be seeing Bitcoin price into 48k, 45k, or eventually begin to finally rally up towards about 190k. By the way, if you don't know so much about me, I've been in the crypto market for close to 6 years now. So that's since about June, July 2020 till now. Occupying several experiences, and of course, live streaming close to 5 years now. Right, as a marketing lead, several certifications, by God's grace. And I think it's important for me to point attention to the fact that in 2022, I began to call the end of the bearish market right from September. And I knew that when we hit the month of December, which is going to be like the month where the bearish market has, approached almost its 18th month, we're going to probably be going bullish. And yes, when Bitcoin go to 15k, I told a couple of friends, 15k and $500, somewhere close to $16,000, somewhere around that range, I'm going to tell friends to start buying. And again, I'm saying to you that the days for the bear market is counting, and in a no distant time, which I don't think we're going to probably exceed the month of August. I mean, just me being honest, and again, I may be wrong, just know all of what we're doing here is all probabilistic. I mean, I think we will be pivoting full-time bullish, but at that time there will be way more level up here. Right now, people are not really so much scared. You all are aware of the news we began reading to your ears last week. One of which is Michael Saylor, the founder of MicroStrategy. Right, for the past 4 weeks prior to that last week, right, hasn't bought any Bitcoin. He hadn't bought any Bitcoin. He hadn't bought any Bitcoin, but he had used 2 weeks of those 4 weeks to sell Bitcoin. I think somewhere close to about 3,500 Bitcoin pieces or something like that. So several people having several thoughts. We read several news, but then I think right now, let's just look at the market for what it is. How is the market currently reacting? What are the perceptions we could take from all of this right now? And what do I think is going to probably happen? We're going to probably touch down all of this in a simple way, and I would really love for y'all to let me know what your takes and your thoughts in the course of this whole moment. All right. I'm going to be right back. Just come in. Let me just set this in motion. Guys, we're going to wrap this up in a very short time. We're not going to probably stay for 2 hours. As we normally do because of the makeshift. But then if we eventually could, I mean, that's going to be like great. Thanks be to God. Right? How do the Muslims say it? Alhamdulillah. So thanks be to God. It's going to be like so great. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to break down this analysis for you guys. Let me just check our power and ensure there is consistency. I'm going to be right back. All right, guys. What do we think Bitcoin is doing? I mean, it's very easy for some of us to take sides quickly. Oh, yes, it's buying. I know Bitcoin is buying. Oh, yes, it's selling. Bitcoin is selling. I mean, we can always take sides. I mean, I think it's not great. It's not bad. It's not a place for us to make this assumption. Then what are our quantitative and qualitative estimates for measuring and understanding the market buying? So first, let me just take all of these markups that I have here and kind of look at this market as a whole swing. So just imagine we had this on a 6-month chart. We're making a forecast for the week, but again, we're beginning on the higher time frame. Very, very important. I mean, I tell you, the higher time frames tell the story. I mean, the broader story of what the market's going to probably be doing. By the way, I don't want us to stay here too much. I think I want us to go to FameEX. I'm going to be logging. I'm going to be logging into the FameEX's exchange. So we can also begin to trade way more. I think it's kind of important. So, what do we have? Let's see. Okay. Sometimes you just might not be looking for. Yeah, there are several competitions currently ongoing. I'm going to talk about that when the time comes. I just hope I really work on that enough to remember, right? But I think I'm going to probably do that. So, so the question now is, let's treat this as a whole full swing. Okay, this is not a good chart. Sorry, I will explain why. All right, so let me just remove all of that. So just imagine we're going to be looking at on the 6-month time frame, and it's a line graph. How many percent does the Bitcoin market retraces from the previous move before it buys? So assume, okay, let's use a candle chart. Yeah, so let's use this. This is the bottom. That's a low. That's a market low, right? You can always agree with me on that. And of course, disagree depending on how you view the market. But then this is what I think is a market low. And then apparently, let's check to the very peak point of that move. So that's the peak of that move, right? Where you have, yeah. So what do we have right here? We can tell that the market dipped way below the 61.8 towards the 78.2 on time. I mean, 78.2 if you use a Fibonacci retracement, right? That's what it's going to probably be measuring for you. And if this now forms the low, and then you ask yourself, from this region of low, where the market dipped to after making a new all-time high. That's the new all-time high. By the way, I'm already giving a bit of recap as to why we have what idea we had. So you could see that about the same thing, 78.2, and apparently this now forms a new low, right? Like it or not, but then that's the fact. And so we now have a new low to really begin our measurement from. By the way, this is 2022 low. That's about $15,500. And now we made a new and so for whatever reason, we sort of think, no, the market's not going to probably come close enough to this point. But then you could see that it always drops that point. Again, which explains why 45K is still a possibility, guys. I mean, you once you see stuff like that as an historical pattern, you can unsee it. The truth also remains that there's also a slight possibility that the market does not respect that. Yes, it's all okay. I understand, because we have institutions now in this particular market, unlike the previous cycles, and so which means there might be a quick collapse. There might be a quick collapse. All right. So there might be a quick collapse to that structure, really. Just a moment. I'm trying to ensure that we are consistent with the referral links we're sharing across our communities. I know that's very important, and that's why we are ensuring we're doing this. Also, bear with me, of course. Bear with us. So when you've seen stuff like this in the Bitcoin market right now, you can tell that there is still a gap that the Bitcoin market could potentially occupy for its buy. When you look at a cycle as this one, you can tell how many percentage the market really dropped from this particular point. It really went up. It dropped like 19%, which means Bitcoin really, made some very interesting deep. So if that's the case, then that implies there is a possibility for us to see Bitcoin at 35k, guys. It's possible. It is possible. This is terrible. I tell you, anyone is thinking that can happen again, those ones know nothing. Hey, they know nothing about the crypto market, and that's why they are talking like that. Because if anyone knows anything about the crypto market, they'll definitely know that anything in the financial market, right, is possible. There's nothing like, I don't think the market can get there. It will shock you. But what am I saying? You'll just be surprised, and really, it's not gonna be so great if you get surprised and not prepared or prepped about what the market's likely going to be doing. So anything can actually happen in the market, and the reason why we are of the opinion that it's just best, right, for people to intentionally or strategically, yeah. But we're just of the opinion that it's best for people to really, as much as it lies with them, try to be open-minded and, of course, open to what it is the market is going to probably be doing by understanding what the market is currently saying. So, having understood the pedigree of the market from that point of the diverse likelihood of what the market could do, I think I need to probably take all of those retracement tool away right now, and of course zone down to the week. So what's the monthly time frame saying? And of course, I mean, what do we expect, right, as a possibility that the market could do? What do we understand markets could do? What do we understand markets saying? How do we see that as a possibility or as a probability right now? I think so. And I mean, that's going to probably help us to reposition well and interact well in the grand scheme of things. So I think that is the truth, and that's a fact about what it is that we hope to really achieve in the course of today. So again, on the monthly time frame, you can agree the market really was a bit, I mean, not just a bit, it was quite bullish. It really went from a low. What low was that? The monthly time frame, the low of the market, the low was at, boy oh boy, 57,748, and then the candle opened at 58,585.41, and the market high was at 66,935. Currently the market price is 65,000 and 65,000 thereabouts, and we're currently speculating if we're going to probably close on all of this bearish gap. I mean, that's a possibility on the 6-month time frame. But when you look more lower into the 1-month time frame, you would find way more interesting things. Again, if you're a liquidity person, you know what I'm going to probably be pointing out. For those who are not liquidity persons, you'll be seeing stuff like there's a stop loss liquidity that was taken at that point. Clearly, we now see the market not showing exhaustion with candle wicks as expected. As you could see somewhere around here, but we see both of the candle closing bearish and this one opening in response to a liquidity grab in a typical way. So what do we think the market is really wanting to do? I mean, that again brings us to the point where we want to probably begin to look at what we think is possible, what we think is sustainable, right? So I mean, I think that's primarily important for us in the grand scheme of things. So I mean, I think that's it. So I think that's pretty much it. So what do we think the market's going to probably do? is what we're going to probably make a forecast on. Okay, so if I were going to make a forecast based on Elliott wave, what do I know Elliott wave says? Let me do that on a weekly time frame and draw my analysis on Elliott wave. Elliott wave tells of a 5-legged wave that is an impulsive wave, and a 3-legged wave, A to C wave, which is a corrective wave. Both of these waves are, the duality of the reality of the market that plays out in the whole journey of the market from the point of its initiation to the point of its conclusion. So I would explain what that means. So if we were going on a bullish market, there is such a thing as the leg Elliott wave, which essentially shows that we have a wave 1 to 3, which is the longest, and a wave 4, then a wave 5. And following that, if this was like the perfect Elliott wave scenario, maybe I look at it on a monthly time frame, it might look like that. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what comes with that, according to Elliott, is an A to C correction, which is like you could see an A, a B, and then a C. All right, I don't know if this is like the perfect one picture, but then that's what this literally looks like. You could see that there is a point where the market really at a pause, and now there's a rejection. We might see a final drop, and that drop might not exceed the 45k zone. All right, so now if all we're saying right about this market is playing out as we all can see, then again there's something I needed to point our attention to. That implies that Elliott wave still point to the likelihood of a potential drop to, happening, right? So for the Bitcoin market on the forecast level, I think not only are we not done, maybe, but I would like to see ETH hold. ETH has drawn close to 2k, 1,982 on futures market, and I think somewhere around 1,990 on spot. So I think it already has done 2k approximately for this time. My thought still remains that there is still a possibility. Don't forget, I am already bullish in a sense. I've already switched bias, but then I know we are transitioning. It's the transitioning phase between the bearish market and the bullish market right now. And really, I think we must just admit that we must admit that there might still be a level of you sell that can happen, maybe a quick one just at this critical point of transition. Now, this is not just something that happens today or by my saying. You can go check the market. It has dropped, it retraces, then eventually drops on that drop. Like from such a point like this, you can tell the market has dropped how many percent from here. Mirror this from this peak point. This is about 30% or 34%. So you think all there is about the market is over because it has made this massive drop, and then something next happened, which is like the wrapping off point to the market, closure, right? So you could see that over and over again through the lens of historical charts. So it has dropped, and then you have this one again, which is about another 40% for the move. We are bullish already from this point, irrespective of how the market dropped. This is when the market was at 280. We're already bullish. The market dropping to 180 doesn't mean 160 doesn't mean we're not bullish anymore. So I'm saying all of this just to align my thoughts with y'all, so you can see what the market is really, kind of saying, and where the market's really headed for, and what it is like in the middle of all of these points that we are in. So Elliott wave now tells me that there's a likelihood for us to see the market going like that, and this is the monthly Elliott wave analysis, and I'm using this for the sake of those who don't know what I always talk about liquidity, or maybe you also want to look at the market from the level of key levels. You can tell there was a key level of the market, broke above, and of course kind of respected, and then turned to a resistance. So this point was broken, right? If I take this place away, this key level was broken above, and then the market broke it down, retested it by coming close enough, as you all can see. It's retested it by this. Let me take this one also away. You see, it retested the key level, then it dropped. Now, not only is it dropping, there's another key level. If all you know how to analyze and understand about the market is key level, you'll see that we have multiple key levels. This is that key level that the market has broken from and rejected from. So you can tell if you look at this key level also, if all you know is key level, is that the market not only has broken these key levels, it has also systematically retested that key level. Right now it has dropped down again. And so this is the final key level the market is dealing with, and I think after that we only have this as a key level. And so apparently I can confidently tell you there is no reason for the market to come to 31k, but it can. But then I think this is the key level the market is going to probably break, and after this final key level, which is this one, we're going to probably resume a massive uptrend. Like it or not, I think that's the truth. So yes, as regarding my forecast on Bitcoin, combining all of these several thought processes, I think y'all can already begin to tell what I sort of think is likely to play out as regards the Bitcoin market pricing and its forecast for the week. For the week, don't forget, this week is going to probably be leading us to the new monthly candle open, the month of April. And I don't know where you or what you think the monthly candle is going to be like when it opens. I mean, I really want to know what your thoughts are. Sorry, on that regard, because it really helps. It really helps. And we'll look at several of these thought processes, and we'll look at the nuances involved. Then we can also admit that there's a likelihood for something of this nature to play out. So for the week, I'm going to look into the weekly time frame and draw an Elliott wave pattern play out right here. So this might not be the perfect scenario of an Elliott wave for a downward or a bearish market, but just let's assume this was it. Okay, let me look at the daily time frame. I'm going to come back here, right, just to see if we have a better projection of that. Okay, maybe we can use this because the wave 2 must never be above the wave 1, and this is must never be above the 0, or it should always be like kind of below it, below wave 1, above wave 0. So yeah, if this is the case, then okay, then it still works for a little wave calculation. And if that's our wave 4, then our wave 5 is somewhere down there. Again, it's my way of trying to enforce Elliott into the whole picture, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. So whichever way, we already at the peak point, and what is way more appealing to my mind right now looking at this is the Bitcoin market could actually drop some little bit more just to tap into 3k, somewhere around that zone. I'm thinking of that point exactly, a region just below this candle wick. I don't know if you could see the candle wick, this candle wick. So just below this candle wick, I'm thinking of that point below this candle wick. So yeah, I'm thinking of that point precisely below that point, right, as a point I should really consider if the market is going to probably be seen as a place where there is going to be likely buy. So for me, that's it. And my forecast for the market's going bearish. It's not me being pessimistic. It's me just also viewing the market from a continuum, right? A transitional place where I think we're gonna probably see the final drop before the final pump, right? So the pump that's gonna probably begin a new journey. I think it's very, very important. So okay, now let's zone. We've done a little of analysis on Bitcoin right now on a broader perspective, and can we just look into the market? What do I analyze this market to look like? If I'm not going to use Elliott wave or use liquidity, well, you can tell there was a point market quickly sold off from 81k. Now it has dropped straight down quickly, and right now there's been a shift of structure like that. On a line graph, you can tell that from this point there's been highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, and the market's at least similarly dropping. Okay, so then what's the price action in agreement or in alignment with several themes of analysis? Okay, I mean, I think the market is currently retesting a key level, which is this point, and that's one of the things I could use if I'm not even addressing those who understand market liquidity. So this is a point market broke out from its retested the first time, the second time right now. And if there is no, if there will be a real drop, then this second touch, which is almost forming like a double top, is going to be like a critical indication for that. So that's one. So if this kind of holds, then it's possible. But again, it might also not be the case, should in case you're seeing the market from the broader lens of an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So this is what we've seen on the monthly time frame, on the 6-month time frame, and all of that. And this is what we currently are seeing by our view on what we are currently looking at. So so I think this is it, right? And don't forget, this particular point was when we began to have a fresh agitation. This point in time, you could go check that. I'm going to probably do that and read some news for us all. We began to have agitations, right, about the US-Iran war again. And if you go check this exact point, so let me add US oil, right, as a comparative chart. So that exact point, if I were to make US oil a I want to make it a I don't want it to be a line graph. I want it to really be a I want it to be a chart, a candlestick chart. So, which is what I mean, I think I'm not getting it right now. If you know anything about that, kind of drop in the comment section. Let me put you all as. So, okay, fine. I just can't find it. Okay, fine. Let's just deal with this chart right now because I just don't know why I can't. That exact point, so maybe I should look for the exact point. We're opening the chart right here. We have US oil. I want to compare that so you could see that exact point on the US oil's chart. Okay, fine. Maybe that's not probably. Let's do it this way. Compare XTI USD. All right. I mean, I'm not still getting it. I don't know if this is. Or missing. But okay, fine. Now, let me just use this one. What do we see here? What we are saying is that exact day I marked here was 21st of July 2026. The 21st of July is here, literally here, in between here. That's the point you can tell the market went up, isn't it? If you compare this with this, you can tell that was the point this one dropped. So I think the agitation, funny enough, will keep going up. And then this is everyone's opportunity to buy oil again, because oil going to $100 is way likely. I'm telling you, for it's sad. And really, I'm beginning to think that it's just best to go buy every fuel you want to buy right now. If you're in Nigeria and you want to buy fuel, buy them now. So part analysis, guys, let's come and see if we could make some trade right now. I think we've given a bit of clarity as regards the market. Mm-hmm. Oof, oof. I'm trying to log in on my phone also. Trust you guys to drop your questions in the comment section, right? It's been about an hour literally, and I think it's kind of, let's see if we also get a new type of sound. New York session is starting right now. What do you think New York is gonna probably do? You know, these guys literally scatter the market. Let me put it that way. Like, they move the market big time. If they will turn this market bullish, they will turn it bullish. If they will turn it bearish, they'll turn it bearish. I don't know why New York market will look like that, but that's why it's called a killer zone. You really make a lot of money from it. So now that's why we have to position for New York market, which is why I'm trying to log in and to get us to take this trade together. Don't miss out on the New York session. Right. So we've understood what the Bitcoin market is going to probably do. Let me just tell us my analysis. So my analysis on oil is simple. Buy. This is it. Weekly time frame, we're going to probably see oil smashing this high, the high of $93 per barrel. Oil is coming for that. I mean, I'm telling you for free right now. It's not a financial advice, by the way, but then I think so. And it's kind of sad that during these times of war, you have several US stocks also suffering from it. I'm going to probably touch down a little bit on the US stock market. So, fine. For example, one of the stocks I've been looking at lately is mRNA, which is a stock from Moderna. And guess what? Moderna has really dropped big time. And the market is currently open now. What do you think? It has really pushed up, down, all of that. And I saw this market at this very interesting point, and I watched it drop all the way down, like almost 35% deep. And it's looking like it's just best to probably exit the market, to probably wait. You know, there are thoughts and questions right now around what we're going to probably be doing. And I mean, I think it's very much possible the market to drop more. Why? Because of the whole, you know, shenanigan around what the war is really onboarding. Okay. By the way, this is what I think is going to probably happen. Oil is going to buy, and if it doesn't buy from that point, it's going to buy from this point. I can tell you for free. Let me bring you guys to the trading section we are on. Let me also check if we have. Please, if you're watching, try and subscribe. I'm going to be asking you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, right. Yeah, guys, we've gone an hour, and of course no one is feeling it. I don't think I'm feeling it either. But then don't forget, our analysis on Bitcoin is dump. Analysis on oil is pump. So our forecast for the week, I'm gonna probably write it up here. So we might be wrong, but then just know that the weekly time frame, the weekly, of course not today, weekly, I'm saying weekly again, so you all know I was talking about the weekly market. So let's look at, I mean, we're literally done, but then let's look at the DXY. I'm going to be back to talk about the DXY right now. Apparently, you can see how it's really following our direction as we spoke of last week. I think it's sort of going upwards, even though it retraced shortly. So while I bring you guys to trading view, I'm gonna probably come into FameEX. I'm gonna probably be trading. I think I'm trading Ethereum, right? I think we're gonna probably trade Ethereum. So once we are doing that, I'm gonna be also going to be preparing to show you. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Right. I think I'm actually trying to also pick up some very good background music line for us. So, not financial advice, all the same. So, I'm going to probably show us and again so we can see what we are, all the hours are available, and then we come to take some very interesting trade and intriguing one at that. I think it's kind of important. Eyes on different trades, and I think it's necessary. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the news before I call it a wrap today. Trust me, when I come back, I'm going to take a short break right now. Then that's what we're going to probably be doing. I think it's necessary. Okay, I'm waiting for this. I want to actually turn over the camera to that point, but waiting for this to really come up right now. So yeah. Why is this taking forever to really load? What's wrong with my network? Speaking of the future session of the I don't know why, but to use FameEX on the maybe I'm gonna probably work on that. On my phone is much more easier for me. I don't know why. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna be right back. While I wait for that, I mean, don't forget our analysis and forecast we've written here enough for everyone to see, so everyone knows our forecast and knows what it is we are thinking the market is going to probably do for the week, for today, for the week. So let's take a short break. I'm going to be right back, and then we get to see how we position and capitulate for the market. $65,220. That's where Bitcoin is, right? That's where Ethereum will be. And drop in the comment section what you think. I'm going to be right back. Yeah. right. Your guess is as good as mine. Market is the market, the place to buy and sell, and that's what it's doing right now. And so, of course, we need to look well enough to know what the market is during time. I mean, again, understanding what really is your perception of market analysis critical. So we're about going to, I mean, looking at this right now, I can tell you that this stock market's at a critical buy zone. Same, fine. Everything is interesting. Let me just bring you over to the market news. Interestingly, we're going to have some great energy as it stands now. It looks like oh boy, BNB might really break above. BTC might really go beyond. It's looking like this market might actually buy upwards to about 67K before eventually selling down. Never underestimating the market when it's also intentional to make its way. I think that's it. So let me bring you guys here. So right now we can really get exit page. Lord. Yeah. And now that we're here, what do you think we're gonna probably do? BNB. I'm looking at BNB backdoor. ETH. I'm looking at ETH also making its way to the height of the markets. Really, ETH has really gained strength. And I think it's very possible, like, I think it was Serafina that said something like that. ETH might just touch down $2,000. I mean, so this is quite interesting, I must say. It's a bit, not just a bit. And as I'm looking at the chat, I'm also just asking myself sort of very important questions. Are you ready for what the market's going to probably do? By the way, guys, this is FameEX. So I wasn't calling you to some exchange that wasn't non-existent. Apparently, you can tell by the referral link. So, brothers and brothers, what do you think we are seeing here right now? You want to plug in your indicator, you could see the market is approaching its level of oversold, overbought. It depends on the time frame, you know. Why does it take forever? It could be that my net, I've not mastered something in my network for why it takes forever to just load on my. Would it just? All right. Anyways, this is where we currently are with the view of things and look of things in the markets. Ethereum's at 1,972, and again, of course, Bitcoin 500 literally, just have it that way. And yeah, so where is Solana, guys? I'm gonna open Solana up for you, checking that also back end while I'm waiting for this. So Solana got to the point where we want to place our shots at 77,200. I'm gonna probably show you guys analysis. Okay, let me show you guys analysis, then we'll see if we could actually just maybe trade Solana. Bye bye. Okay, let me just. Fine, I think you guys could see Solana right now. I was going to extend this because this was the analysis we made sometimes last week, because we expected the market to really retrace towards the upside like that and then sell. But right now, it's a moment of learning what the market really wants to do. where like it might just sell off down before retracing here, but now that it has retraced upwards there, that is our moment of truth. It is possible to learn a buys all the way from this point, because the way it's now, again, the way we've been seeing the market opening and trading around the key levels seemed some level of pointer, and I think for me, it's important we have it that way. Yeah, it's very important we have it that way. So I think that's pretty much where we currently are. And this is where we are. Bitcoin is really climbing up. Look at the way this market is really pushing on a daily time frame. Speaking of BNB, on the weekly time frame, what do you think you see there? You could see that there is a weekly price action that is also similarly pushing towards a bullish upside. Towards a bullish upside. Now, I don't know if you think we can place a bet, but it could definitely be a one-time attempt on the analysis we gave for last week if this still holds. So that's it, and that's where we are right now. I think, guys, we just my risk taking a short on Solana, and you can tell the reason why we're gonna probably doing that is because of analysis on that. So, anyways, nothing is definite from all you are saying right now, as we have a 50% possibility of an event playing out when it comes to the market. So also is it for the other events not playing out. So right now, I think that's where we are. So, guys, have opened a short on Solana. I would definitely love to share with you the outcome of this short. If they hope that this is going to probably be the best trade ever we're doing live here. So, okay. All right. Again, I'm gonna read the news for you, but then that's the forecast for this week. I think I'm still gonna probably stand by it. It's likely it changes, so I'm just gonna give you this heads up right before we get excited that yes, this is the analysis I get. Then, if the dollar, provided dollar remains bullish, and the current scenario of the war, I'm not expecting or praying or wishing anything evil to happen. If the tension is still there right now, and all of the given conditions are there, with what we could see on our charts, I still think at the end of this week, there might be a buy in the first week of August, but at the end of this week, there might be towards the end of this week, there might just be a drop of for Bitcoin. Let me give much more specific. Bitcoin drop into let's say somewhere around 63K, and about that same point being the place where I think what's it called? Yeah, about the same point being the place where I think the new month count is gonna probably open. I think that's yeah, that's it for me. That's pretty much it. About permission, minutes please. What do you think the market is gonna probably do? This album allowed my hey. Just a minute, trying to check why this is. allowing us yet on that. We're expecting of it to do. So that's my current forecast now, guys. You just may not like it, but then that's what I think. The Bitcoin around 64k, transitioning into about the same point where the new monthly candle is going to probably open from, right? And for me, I think that's kind of it. I'm going to be showing you one or two things right away now. Probably. So let's see what we've got. So there are many opportunities. I think I'll bump him. Fine. So okay, I think this is not bad, but it's a good start. So yeah. Okay. So okay. So this analysis might actually be the thing. I mean, not certain. I mean, as you can tell, we always talk about things like that. But again, when it comes to what we are trying to drive at as regards our understanding of this market is that we're looking at the market from a longer perspective. Solana for me, more risky, probably more upside, bro. Serafina, I get you. Yeah. Hello, sir. Hello, Ray. Hello. Hello to you. Hello to y'all. If you've got any question for me, so myself will be this will be my first time. The first time dropping a post on HiChat's page. Now, if you're wondering what HiChat is, if you're on YouTube, it's simple. I'm gonna probably share you the link. What is HiChat? So HiChat is that platform where you get to connect with several streamers, where we discuss the market, of course, opportunities, where they are, what it is, what you've got to really do, and what we've got to, kind of position around. I mean, we literally get on HiChat for that reason. Audio delay? Is that so? My live stream has audio delay. Really? So I'm gonna probably work on that. I don't know. I'm just hearing about that right now. I want to think my audio is coming out at about the same time my lip is moving, thinking. Yeah. That's me thinking. Hey. Thank you, man. I'm gonna probably check that and correct what needs correction. So guys, we are still on the shorts. I mean, is that where we are right now? Bitcoin really just snapped up. So the old move that went up, was that really necessary? Maybe it was. Who knows? Maybe it's just telling us the market really wants to buy, or maybe it was just like a deceptive move. Who knows? I'm just asking questions because I think that's how we get to know, by asking questions. So now look at that. There was a quick move to 1977. Now the market seemed to be, I mean, so all right. So guys, we have a big day ahead of us today right now, and I'm thinking this is about the time for all of us to face the fact. I think if you're not using FameEX, I don't know why you aren't. I'm probably gonna put up a bit of talks for several folks around me, and of course, put out a little bit of ad if I can on YouTube. Let's just hope I do that soon, because I think folks need to get on board about what this platform is about, and take advantage of the serenity in the platform and the simplicity of its all UI, right? And the depth of liquidity when it comes to trading these markets, right? And making the most of it, right? I think, guess what? We are 21% up on our trade right now. Maybe this is gonna be like one of the interesting trades that y'all are not aware of. Probably it's gonna be like so good to watch Ethereum on our trade do 1000% during this live stream. I'm gonna be so excited to lock in to watch that happen in real time. But again, you can always choose whatever side of the market you want to take. But sometimes feels great and maybe good to be on the right side of the market liquidity, where you can literally protect and project what the market's going to probably do. Of course, not you projecting your fears on everyone because you're analyzing the market or whatever it is you're doing. So, yeah. Boy, oh boy. Have you signed up and deposited? What are you doing if you've not done that yet? Anyone our candle is really opening right now, and everyone have their opinion about that. Bitcoin is giving a sign we're buying. Ethereum is giving a sign we're selling. Solana is giving a sign we don't even know what we're doing. So what do you want to take? Let's read some market news quickly and give you the headlines for the market right now. I mean, I think you already know what the headline looks like for this week. I'm gonna give you the headlines for free. So what are the headlines for this week? I'm gonna run down on that. You're aware Bitmart, another notable crypto exchange, also wound down operations. Of course, thank you, Katsi, for asking the question. As always, trading on FameEX is smooth. I mean, that's one of the easiest adjectives to use for that, right? It's smooth, it's seamless. I mean, it's best experienced once you try it out. So this is the best I can say. But about that. So yeah, just go try FameEX out. You can actually use my link. You could find that link around the YouTube video, which is currently going live. I don't know why our community members need to really come on board, which is what we've been trying to do to get more watching this live session. So they need to take advantage of this. Also work around our thank you. Just seeing some of our friends also dropping their comments. All of y'all must have almost, it's not just drop comments. Sign up, deposit. That's what we are saying you should do. Let's trade this thing together. An emoji. Okay, fine. Back to what the news is like. Audio is fine right now. Thanks, Jay. Thank you. Evernote confirms nearly 500 million XRP holdings, signals massive tokenization ahead. Good. So I'm gonna read the next one. XRP's triangle support faces a second test. What if it fails? Apparently, it's an analyst's report. Please, before we get going, don't forget the Bitmart announcement I made. Boy, oh boy, is a major news, and this is synonymous to the FTX exchange filing for bankruptcy in November of 2022. I mean, I remember this day vividly. I remember the Luna crash. So you could see several things like that happens. And again, I think I found a post on X. Okay, maybe while I'm reading this whole news info, I'm gonna probably show you a list of several projects that have gone. Chapter 11. I mean, I don't know if you get that. Yeah. I don't know if you get what I'm saying by chapter 11. I'm referring to projects that have shut down the operations crypto, right? I'm gonna probably mention them. So you have Bitmat, you have BitMEX, and those are the exchanges that are centralized. There are several of them. You have Dango, which is a DeFi. You have Odos Protocol, which is a DEX aggregator. You have Across Protocol, which is a bridge. You have Moonbeam, which is a layer one exchange art and NFT marketplace. Control Wallet, which is a wallet. Cypher Wallet is a wallet. You have Icon Network, a layer one, NFTFi, and NFT lending protocol. Loopring DEX, a ZK rollup DEX. Radiant Capital is a lending platform. Dmail, which is a Web3 mail. Tally, a DAO tooling. Step Finance, it goes on and on and on. I mean, Zero Land, which is a lending platform. I wouldn't expect Zero Land to be on this list. Just to tell you how brutal the bear market could be, and why you have to really be grateful that you still have, the wherewithal and means to come about live sessions and be very grateful for the little things you really have, no matter how big or small they are, because nothing is small until you compare them, And so, by the way, guys, you could see that the lists are way more. I was in fact thinking it's just 30 program, but you have Polygon, ZK EVM, AHA Wallet, Prism, Neon Heroes, Pirate Nation, Everclear, Zero Network, Over Protocol, gone. Almost 50 or way more projects are get silent. So why is all of this? Okay, just for the sake of those who might be asking, David, I just don't understand what you're saying. It seems like you're, over elaborating things. I'm gonna show you. You don't need to fight or ruffle over anything. I'm gonna probably help you with that. It's simple. But wait, that's my X account if you care to know, but then that's not the bane of contest. That was not what I wanted to show you guys. I have the link. I'm gonna probably show you. Yeah. Of course, you could go verify. So you could see projects that have shut down in 2026. Several of them. So are you telling me this is not way more than 50 projects right now? But can you imagine? Nifty Gateway? By the way, I think NFTs are literally going out of relevance. So just soak that in and understand how to position when the times to begin to invest and rotate funds into altcoin comes. There is no need to be overly excited and emotional about some project. You need to just ask real questions. What is the GTM of this project? What is your competitive advantage? How solid are their teams? Do they have a real community? Are they having a pedigree or a track record of what they've delivered in time past? Who are their investors? You need questions to really get answers. And by these answers, you get to know what exactly or what project exactly is worth your time, your money, your trading. Right? So Blocktopia finally died. Oh, so sad. By the way, there's a several projects that these researchers brought to the limelight of the several of them. So let's get going to, you see, Guardian Finance pauses up after independent server database. Again, just similar to what we're talking about right now, about several projects that are dead. And so you need not to be apologetic about what project you want to trade or buy, because apparently this is in my own opinion, the only bull market you're going to probably be seeing, right? Because you will be transitioning to a very interesting, and I'm not using the word interesting with a sense of excitement. We are transitioning into a phase in humanity that is very much unlikely, where there's going to be like way more AI agents, way more robots that are really taking several fronts. And I think you need to understand that several things are really in the pipeline. I'm just going to tell you and stop at that point. So up next in the news for today, we have Strategy sold 5.4 million MicroStrategy shares for $544 million. We're going to be paying shares. We're going to read this news. Another news, Ethereum price prediction highs $2,000 as $1,500 risk grows. Several news, Kraken, parent Payword acquires Magic Labs wallet business. So as closures to businesses are going on in crypto right now, you can see that Kraken is really making a great example of what is really expected of several giant companies are in the old crypto space. So there are mergers and acquisitions, there are buyovers, there are increments and improvements, and there are purchases still going on. This is a bullish news for the market, right? And that's the truth. So you have USDC issuer cycle to acquire nearly 100,000 IBM blockchain patents. Great, isn't that? Yes, it is. But of course, I hope we know what the intricacies of all of those are right now. I think so. Yeah, I think I just have to say that. Okay, fine. Let's get going, guys. So, other news. Tom Lee's Bitmine buys more Ethereum and purchases 6.1 million. Tom Lee. I think we need to start off with this one. And then finally for today, we have in BNY's Belgian unit joins ASMA's Maker Register. I think let's quickly look into this news from Coin. We'll pick a couple of those news. We'll wrap things up for the projection. So it's a bear market over. By my opinion, Rowan, I'm going to tell you it's a yes. Is the bear market over? Yes. But can the market drop a little bit more? My answer is yes. So you're having two answers to the bear market being over. Yes. Why? Because there is more likelihood for the market's liquidity and price action to spike into regions of market liquidity resting below $50,000. And I mean, I've shown us on the charts, and I think it's very much clear enough as to why that is very much possible. And since we have explained on as regarding that, I mean I can take us back to the chart and show us we've gone about 30 days into the bear market. From when was that? I'm gonna probably show us how long the bear market has been, how many days we've really gone into the bear market. We've gone 330 days. I think that's from October 2025, and we've already been bearish. We've been bearish, guys. There is nothing we could do about that. So and the typical bearish market lasts 380 days or average 375 days. How many days do we have left? 45 days, a month, and a couple of days left. So you can tell that the bear market is essentially over, if you could say that way. And by that standard, you begin to recapitulate, you begin to rotate funds into the market based off this knowledge, right? So that's my reason for saying, you know what, just face it and tell yourself it's over, and don't think there is so much now. All right, I hope you got that right. So that's my take. Yeah, my short answer is yes. Can you short now? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor when it comes to cryptocurrency, and whatever I'm doing here is for educational purposes. It's not a financial advice. I mean, y'all know that also. Okay, fine. So, and if you're gonna make a decision to take a short, you must, take the responsibility for whatever outcome you get from that. If it's profit, good for you. And I mean, no one wants you to have the opposite. So please stay safe, and of course apply proper stop losses, as you could see we've been doing. Okay, so let's read up on the news which we have before us. So BNY's, what is BNY? Depends on you. Sorry. Yeah. So BNY's Belgian unit has been added to the European Securities Markets Authorities. ESMA. I want to believe European Securities and Markets Authorities register, or the European Securities and Market Authority is a type of SEC for the European countries. I want to think so, because that's how best I could relate with that right now. So BNY's Belgian unit has been added to those securities register of crypto asset service providers under the marketing crypto assets known as MiCA framework, placing one of the world's largest custody banks on Europe's list of regulated digital asset firms. So the addition was part of a batch update in which ESMA, which of course is the European Securities and Markets Authority, added 15 crypto asset service providers to its MiCA register, according to reporting on the update. So I think whatever that is saying is giving a bullish uplift or a bullish facelift to the situation. Sorry, let me just continue the line of thought before I really respond to the question I have in the live room. Yeah, to the situation and the belief of a bullish market. That is giving an applaud. It's giving a sense of institutional backing, right? And SEC approval on whatever it is that crypto represents. And again, that is necessary and long overdue in the crypto market, right? I mean, I think that's very much clear enough. So if that's the case, then what do we understand the BNY's market going to be like? This is not about BNY. I think I hope you got that. And if not, better do. This is about understanding what's the reality of the Bitcoin market or the crypto market is going to be like in the next coming days right now. By the way, guys, there's so much of markets. I don't want to call it manipulation, but again, I think it's several markets decision going on right now. Several several reactions are being seen right now. Yeah, several reactions have been seen right now in the market, and I'm in fact really thinking. I'm really thinking that something is really calling for us to really introspect well enough and understand what the market is really going to be doing. So as regards your question, I think there could be, and please understand my way of communicating, there could be another short dip. It's going to be relatively short and of course small if that ever happens. By the way, it might not happen at all, but then that's very possible. Given the previous thought processes and line of arguments I have postulated right at the beginning of this live session, which is there is always a 61.8, I mean, a beyond 61.8 to like 73, 74% retracement of the market from its peak point, right? I mean, from its, previous all-time low to its new all-time high. There is that, retracement level. And currently we are just somewhere around the 50-cent golden pocket ratio for the previous all-time high of the Bitcoin market, which is like around $15,400 to its all-time high. So from its previous all-time low of $15,400 to its all-time high of about 125k. So currently Bitcoin sits at about $5,000, 200, 100 about, which is like about 53% retracement level. Unlike the constant 70% plus levels of retracement after following the bearish markets, right? Yeah. So okay, what do we get about what do we get about Tom Lee? Tom Lee's buy of Ethereum. I mean, you don't need so much to read. So Bitmine, Immersion Technologies, that its Ethereum holdings reached 5.7 million Ethereum as of July 26, after the company bought an additional 9,000 how many? 9,946 units of Ethereum. Just to bring a perspective into that, the current price of Ethereum is 1,956 right now, which is a drop. They spent close to $19.5 billion in buying Ethereum. That was just yesterday, and that's a bullish reality. So you could actually explain why the market suddenly poof. So I mean, this news came live now 1 hour. I mean, because there's been like some 4% uptick in, I mean, or 3 or 4% uptick in Ethereum right now. So you can tell if you look that this buy really went, as it were. So yes, this post is apparent on X. If you care for me to sort of open so you guys could see. Okay, fine. So that's it. Bitmine, NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, BMNR, and that's it. That's the update, and that's, you know, so they dropped this 1 hour ago after they bought. So I think 10-week high. They believed Ethereum is about to make some critical push. That's one of their beliefs, and I think they may be right. In fact, it's just possible they have something we don't know. And I'm skeptical that the stock market might actually suffer holistically from this ongoing US-Iran war. Check for updates shortly while we prepare to wrap stuff off. So that's what happened, according to Bitmine. And again, they staked that much, almost 5 million of Ethereum, through its Made in America validators network known as Maven. So I mean, that's it. That's a story. That's a bullish news. That's the second bullish news in a row. By the way, they also bought, like, they repurchased 6.1 million common shares during the last week under its $4 billion buyback program. So that's a strategy to keep the valuation of their company up, and of course to, in a sense, occasion much more investment back into crypto, which speak of how how they've got skin in the game, right? I think that's it. So news 1, news 2 is bullish, and then we have USDC issuer cycle to acquire, right? To acquire about 1,000 patents, about 1,000 IBM blockchain patents. So yeah, cycle will acquire IBM's blockchain patent portfolio, the USDC issuer said on Monday. No financial details for the transaction were disclosed in Cycle's announcements, which I think we could find on their official press room. Cycle stock price was up more than 2% in pre-market activity on Monday following the announcement, according to Yahoo Finance data. So the portfolio comprises more than 680 patent families and nearly 1,000 issued patents worldwide. What do they need this patent for? I cannot tell, but then that definitely speaks of some level of technological innovation and occasioning some room for expansion. Yeah, I've opened the position today. Rosane, thank you for asking. I opened a position on Solana on FameEX, and my position is still currently running. My oh boy. So my leverage is relatively huge, and it might not be the thing you want to use. So it's not advisable. But then I play around the market for a living. I'm kidding, but then I'm saying that to imply I know how to get my risk management appropriately. So please don't do that if you are not convinced. So I think I'm going to probably answer. So thank you, Rowan, for claiming the 388 USD. Kindly use the money appropriately. So I think this is a trade position I currently have. It's in Solana and it's currently running. That's it. Use the link you have in the live room right there, and of course sign up. If you're in my live room and you happen to be sort of encouraged, bro, you see how the market just dumped now, bruh. Thank you. You see what just happened? The market just dumped right now. Like Ethereum dropped from like 1956 or 1960, like 1949, and guess what? Solana definitely must have dropped all the same way also. Coin dropped like sub 65k. What are these guys doing in this market? I mean, you can almost ask these questions right now. I'm in fact beginning to think the stock market is going to probably suffer way more this week. I don't even want to. I'm trying to make sense of what I'm saying. I'm trying hard to make sense, but the more I'm looking, the less I'm seeing. I'm sorry, but then that's a fact. What do you guys think about my stock and those who I have, analyzed this market for and told them there's going to be like a bullish market right now? So it has been some bad news back to back out on the mRNA stock right now. Guys, what do you think? I'm going to be taking a short break to just think straight about all of these, but then I'm thinking we just might be in the doomsday, the final doomsday of the market's recalibration. Like, it's very possible for us to see mRNA. That's really made some great move, but then we just didn't take advantage of this right now. We didn't. The market really gives some nice 95%. Can you imagine that? I mean, speaking of mRNA, anyways, I'm just asking if leaving this market right now is the smartest thing to do, right? Yeah, guys. I'm gonna think from these, but then I'm gonna probably tell you for free right now. Stay safe. More reason you don't want to miss out on our live sessions. So, long story short, let's get back to USDC. They have gotten that much amount of, yeah, they've gotten that much amount of guys. They've gotten that much amount, say for free, gotten that much amount of patent because of the need for expansion, and that's a bullish news. So you have Tom Lee's buying of Ethereum, bullish. You have BNY's Belgian units joining the ESMA, which apparently is the European Securities and Markets Authority, bullish. You have USDC issuer Cycle apparently acquiring up to 1,000 IBM blockchain patents, bullish news. And Kraken parents Payward acquiring Magic Labs, a bullish news also, right? Kind of, saving the day for Magic Labs and not allowing Magic Labs to possibly join the list of exchanges or platforms or startups that were going to shut down in 2026. So Payward, the parent company of crypto Kraken, has acquired the embedded wallet business of Magic Labs in an asset purchase, adding wallet infrastructure to its product Slack. A very good deal, I think. So the transaction is structured as an asset purchase rather than a full acquisition of Magic Labs, meaning Payward is taking on the embedded wallet business specifically rather than the entire company. According to reporting from the blog, for related coverage, the 35,000. Okay, fine. This is for details coverage. Fine. So Payward is the corporate entity and Kraken, one of the longest running US crypto exchanges. Long story short, that's the structure and the nature of the partnership. Fine. I think that's still also bullish news apparently, as y'all will agree with me. And then Ethereum price is almost $2,000. I mean, just a moment ago, bro. You see how Ethereum is dropping right now? 1943. All right, fine. Don't be overly excited about a profit. Don't be overly depressed about a loss. Market is there to teach you about the ups and downs in life, and that's the reality. I mean, just a moment ago I saw this. I mean, I'm feeling bad. The market is down. Of course, I'm shorting the market, so I'm not so much down. But then I'm just thinking about those who are not shorting the market. Okay, just think about that and keep following us on our live streams. I'm joking. All right, all I'm just saying is, not much as possible not to make your emotions to be defined by the market. It's great. We think market is bearish, and then if you've not signed up and you don't have an account on FameEX, what are you waiting for? You have us discussing every day, West Africa time, 1:30 p.m., which is like 12:30 p.m. UTC. You can always join us on a live session, and let's always make the most of this live room. You be on FameEX, you join our interactive room of discussions, and what about you? Like, you talking, you sharing your thoughts. We are live streaming on HiChat where you have us interactive. You can also interact with us on YouTube. And then you, of course, by signing up with our referral link, you're having access to bonuses. Like, of course, the bonuses there, 388 USDT. You're gonna be claiming that. One, two, there are several competitions you are qualified for. For instance, there is an ongoing competition on the FameEX. I'm gonna probably show you that competition shortly. Sorry, I'm gonna probably refresh this right now. So there are several competitions going on the FameEX's page. I want to show you that on the home page of FameEX. Why? Because by this sign up you're doing, you qualifying yourself to get your share of the $30,000 USDT enterprise pool. What is this FameEX trading carnival about? It's just one of the many competitions that you have on FameEX. There is the FameEX and token 2049 competition. There's the FameEX and there's the FameEX Trade 5, which is the crazy trading competitions, which is currently ongoing also, which is currently at its fourth phase with so much reward for you. But the FameEX trading carnival is you simply get into deposits your funds, right? And this is all you've got to do. The event is going to be ending in the next few days. Today is 27th of July, and it's going to be ending 31st of July UTC +4. So what you have to do is simply sign up, and of course, once you've signed up, you deposit your fund apparently, then you place your first. Then your first order bonus comes in. You get a share of $10,000 just by signing up, simply, exclusively for new users. Even without you depositing, there is already a stake you have, right? You get a share of $10,000 just by being a new user. Then the first task is, once you accumulated valid spot trading volumes above $100, which is simply, you say you deposit $50, you went on a 2x leverage, which is that you buy or sell a coin, boom, that's your $100 volume. You get rewarded a $20 trial fund. I'm gonna probably take time to make a video about this so that our communities might be aware of so much trial funds are waiting them. This is guaranteed. You just get it done, then you get a reward. It's simple. And the task 2 is simple. Complete your first contract trading during the event period, which is you're going to trade the futures, trade, and then once your contract trading surpasses $5,000 or it's equals to $5,000, which is simply you having $500 on your account, going on the 10x leverage just one time, that's it, you're done. You literally get a $20 trial fund. Simple. That's a simple task. And so there are several benefits like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna probably share this across board so everyone can be on the same page of all of. Guys, this is not all there is for you on FameEX. I don't know what you're waiting for. There is a FameEX Trade 5 crazy trading competition currently ongoing. There is a FameEX token 2049, in partnership with that popular event that takes place in Singapore. I don't know, but then this is really ongoing right now, and it's time-based. We have just few days, less than 3 days, to both event, FameEX Trade 5 and FameEX Trading Carnival, which is you just simply being a new user. Then the FameEX, token 2049 Singapore, which is token 49, which is FameEX becoming an official sponsor for the token 2049 Singapore, bringing mascot Fafa to global users, and that's one of the sponsorship that you have there. There are several things that are really in the pipeline, and I think we can tell that there is so much that are user benefiting for you right here on FameEX. This is why I'm telling you that I'm trading on FameEX, I'm sharing my streams and of course my wins. Boys, we're really almost like at 150% profit on our trade right now. I'm gonna tell you for free. But then guys, this is where we are right now. All you have to do is simply check on FameEX. We are over 100% on our trade right now, trust me. And this looks like magic, but then goes to FameEX. Thanks to FameEX for making this magical things happen. How? Intuitive trading interface, simple and of course relatable, trading environment, and of course structural stop losses and take profits. All of those are really the reasons why making profits here. And also the live session, which is a room I think we have to make the most of, is one of the innovative avenue for everyone to profit of this market. We're gonna be wrapping this session off in a matter of 5 minutes time, but then I think I have to take those 2 minutes or 3 minutes to tell you the beauty and of course the benefits you have to choose FameEX as your crypto exchange. You don't need to thank me. You're welcome. I do that for a living. So let's get back to what we're talking about, guys. USDC has joined, has secured that much amount of partnership, 1,000 patents from IBM. Guys, several news on the pipeline, and now Ethereum is really about hitting $2,000. Another bullish news, of course, we know that there is a possibility for the market to drop, which apparently is what we're seeing right now, and it could definitely recover. But then strategy selling 5.43 MicroStrategy shares for over $500 million. What is that saying? Is this not a bearish news? I think it looks like a bearish news in my opinion, right? And then I think something is interesting. When you look at all of the other news, it just points to the fact that, for example, Evernote confirming nearly $500 million, 500 million XRP holdings. It's a bullish news because of tokenization. So I'm saying people are really preparing and, of course, positioning. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you will not position and prepare. Join our community. Join our group. Boys, these stocks are really dumping hard. I'm not sure the market is gonna be like a green day. I don't think so. When I look at the US stocks, I think it's gonna probably drop way more ridiculously. Right? So it's about time for us to just perhaps stay safe right now. The best thing we can do is just probably wait around and of course understand what the market is really saying right now, and of course stay. Okay, fine. Bitcoin is below 65k, not only below, it's like 64. It's just really dropping hard. So I'm just gonna tell you guys, don't over leverage. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna ride back and of course wrap things off. So I've given us the news right now. I'm gonna probably bring us back to the home page, showing us our analysis and our focus for the week. I said my analysis is this: Bitcoin is gonna probably be touching down at 64k, or it's almost there anyways. But about that point to be the candle open, because it might actually drop to like definitely 63k. It's gonna come below 63k. But then it could retrace back, and at the end of this week, which essentially is the time we're going to be entering the month of August, Bitcoin could be around 64k again. 1, 2. My forecast also for, let me check what it is. My forecast check for oil is oil can rise above $110 per barrel, which is a good and a bad sign. And a good sign being that those who are going to long the market are going to probably make a lot of money from it. The bad sign, because those who are probably going to be dumping the market, those who are going to probably be, those who are going to probably be not aware of these as related to their economy, are going to probably be suffering of that right now. So this is the reason why I think everyone is very much careful and of course way more informed about the disparity going on in this market right now, right? So the war is still ongoing, the US-Iranian war, unfortunately, sadly. Keep them in prayers, wish them well. We'll be right back, but then that's the fact, right, about this whole thing. So I told you all about this forecast and bring you guys back home, and I think my stance is still what you guys can see. I'm not changing my stance. I think that's where we are right now. Seize opportunities you have around FameEX. I think that's one of the important news I always want to share right now, and that's where we are right now. That's where we are, guys. That's where we are right now. Boys, it's gonna be a big day, I guess. This week is gonna be like a tough one. So if you've got some Bitcoin in your portfolio, don't be in a rush to go set them off. No, if it drops to 30k, 45k, it's still gonna go to 180k. My belief in the next bull run, which is like happening between the month of August up until Q2, Q4 2028, it's gonna be like a real bullish market. Don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on it. I'm telling you, don't do that. So my forecast is this: Bitcoin is gonna buy. It's gonna sell. USL is gonna probably buy. Dollar is gonna funnel against trend, which is like dollar is gonna probably buy. And I think that's the most of my knowledge. I think you just have to probably stay safe. Don't let the market feel good with you, but you feel good with the market. I think that that's it. And for several of these US stocks, I was on Alibaba stock and a couple of them, and I think something is really brewing that's not so good, right? I think it's just good for us to stay safe right now and never let the market make us an exit liquidity. Let's stay safe. Let's really stay safe. I'm not joking. Let's just stay safe. So I analyzed Baba is gonna probably drop. I was like that. He's gonna drop to like 130, but now you could see Alibaba, right? It's currently at Yeah, it's currently at a ridiculous low. It just made a very quick comeback, and then you could see I made this forecast gonna drop this point, and then that's where you see it dropped this point, and it got like that point. There's reason. So, but then I think the stock market's gonna probably be bleeding because of this war, which is one of the terrible outcomes of war right now. So, I mean, to think we would eventually be able to do 2 hours today, it's a miracle, and I want to appreciate everyone for joining in this live session. It's so beautiful to have us all join us today, and I want to appreciate everyone who's been a part of us in this live. So again, to meet again next time, which is supposed tomorrow. Don't forget to keep following us and of course join us on our live sessions. I appreciate you all for being a part of us. It means a lot. Oh yes, it means a lot. So let me know if there are questions from in live session or in live room. I doubled our trade doubled. Yep. So almost no reason for you not to. I don't know why. So tell your friend to join us, and I think they'll be here. I think it's important. Yeah. So, any question for me? I'm wrapping this off. I'm really having a great day, guys. My trade's already going well, and of course, going well also because I'm also FameEX. So, what do you expect? Nothing more, nothing less. All good, all clear. So, brah. Looking at the reaction. I mean, I should have just left this trade when I saw a weekly time frame closing that left. Then I think I missed out on this right now. It's just still not bad to leave right now because it's an honorable thing to do. Rather wait for the market to be. Okay, in the absence of no question, I'm going to probably jump out. It's about time for me to rush, make some great discuss. Thank you for coming. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Please, if you're not a part of our group, part of our community, join our community. In fact, join my community. I'm going to tell you for free. Please join my community. I will appreciate you joining my community. Oh, happen. Oh boy, just know that for free. Several things up there right now. I'm gonna stay safe in your interaction with this market. It's gonna probably be a bloody week. Just gonna probably tell you for crypto, maybe. But please stay safe and of course apply proper stop losses and keep winning. Don't forget, Bitcoin is gonna probably sell this week, and then dollar is gonna probably buy this week, and then Solana is gonna probably sell this week, and then US is gonna probably buy this week. Clock these in your projection for this week, and you will not regret you did. Thank you, and of course, keep winning. Choose FameEX, and look out for our next, available live session. Thank you. Bye.